OpenAI just released a new SORA 2 video model that generates videos just like this.
These are so good.
And this.
No, 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 no! Stay back! Somebody help!
And just found a way for you guys to generate videos without any of the access codes, straight to the point. Let me quickly show you how you can do that. So all you have to do is click the first link in the description below and join the community so that you can get access to this. So starting of all, you're going to get a link to this web app, and all you have to do is choose whether you'd like a text to video or image to video. If you choose text to video, all you have to put in is the video prompt. Sorry, is the video prompt. The image to video, just upload an image and describe what happens in the video. So we're going to choose image to video over here. We're going to upload a video of Red Bull here. We're just going to say move the video of a man taking the Red Bull. And once you Red Bull, and once you've done that, all you have to do is come over to N8N and go to your workflow and basically get the production URL. Also make sure it's active. Once it's active, just come over here and basically paste your webhook URL. Once you've pasted that in, all you have to do is just click on this generate video button, and just takes 3 to 5 minutes to get your video done by the new OpenAI SORA 2 model. So yeah. Alright, so it just finished. Let's give it a quick look.
Morning boost, right here. Crisp, smooth, 0 calories. Exactly what I needed.
One thing I would say about this SORA 2 model is that it's actually very good, especially the audio, because it's actually pretty good. And the video, as you can see, we told it to basically take the Red Bull and make it into a video of a man taking that Red Bull, and it did exactly that. So up next, I'm going to show you a quick high-level overview of how everything works. So it starts with these two main platforms. We have Lovable and N8N. Lovable acts as the front end of this web app, and N8N acts as the back end. So what Lovable basically does is that it takes the input, this image, to whether that be image to video or text to video, it takes the prompt, the image, and basically this webhook URL puts it all in a JSON and sends it to the webhook URL you basically pasted as an API call, and sends the contents over here that you put in either here or here as the JSON body. And what that does is that the N8N here receives it using this webhook URL, and once it receives it, it basically checks the mode, whether that be a text to video mode or image to video mode, and depending on the mode, it has two ways it could go. So if it's the image to video mode, basically it first converts the image from base64 to image URL, because what the Lovable front end does is that if you upload the image here, for example, it converts that image to base64 and sends it over as a base64 code in the JSON body basically. And once we do that using INGBB over here. There's a service where you can upload your images and host them online. Once we've done that, we make a request to the SORA model. As of right now, OpenAI hasn't made the SORA model available to their API, but Key AI API, which is an AI aggregator platform where you can access the best video, image, and music models all in one API. It gives us access to this SORA 2 model, which you can see here. So we make an API call to that, and the same also happens if it's in the text mode, which is basically this text to video. And what that does is exactly the same as this. It makes a request to the SORA model via Key AI API, and then after that we wait for 3 minutes so that the video can get generated, because typically with video models it takes quite a while for the videos to get generated. So once that has been done, we check the status of the SORA video request. Basically, if it's done, it's going to If it's done, it's basically going to provide us with the result. If it's not done, we take it all across and we loop it and we make you wait for 3 minutes again. However, if it's done, we basically pass it. We pass the JSON, because what we get back from key AI API is basically a stringified JSON. So we pass it. Once we pass it, we basically send it over back to the lovable front end, which then displays it and gives us an option to download the video and also play the video as I've shown you earlier. So before we move on to the next thing, let me quickly show you how the text to video works. So let's quickly put in a simple prompt. A man made a video of a man running away from a dog. Basically, simple as that. We make sure our webhook URL is there, which in this case it's not. So we just go over to this webhook URL, production URL, get it here. I just paste it right here. So once we have that done, all we have to do is click on the generate button and we wait 85 minutes. So yeah, let's do that then. It just finished, so let's give it a quick look. So
Oh, no! Stay back! Somebody help!
pretty neat. That's a really good video. Kudos to the SORA team. This is a really good video model. So once it's done, it also gives us an option to play and download, same as the image to video. So as you can see, both works and they both work with the SORA 2 model. What I'm going to show you next is show you what happens under the hood in depth, what every node does. So let's get right into that. So we're here in our N8N workflow, which you have access to this also in the link in the description below. So how this all works. So I'm going to go to our first image to video generation that we just did. We're going to look at how the data flows from A till Z. So the front end, if you can remember, as I said, we put in a prompt of a video of a man taking the Red Bull that we just uploaded, and this was the base64 image that we uploaded. And if you can remember, we also pasted this as the webhook URL over here. And as I've told you, what happens is that it takes all the input data that we basically input in the front end, puts it in a JSON body, and sends it over to this webhook URL, which then receives it basically. After that, if you look at the JSON body right here, you can see it has a mode. The mode can either be image or text. So if it's an image to video, it's image. If it's a text to image, it's going to be text. So what we have here is a switch statement, which kind of works like an if-else statement. So it basically checks if this JSON body is equal to text or is equal to image. And in this case, it basically takes us to the image mode section of the N8N workflow, which is correct indeed, because the mode here said image. So after that, we go all the way down here, because this image is basically a base64. What we do is we basically send an API call over to this imgbb endpoint, and then we provide it with our imgbb API key, and then we send it over as a form basically. And in the form, we provide it with the image, which is the base64 image, and what we get back in return is the JSON. And the most important thing that we want to look at in this JSON is basically this URL, which is, if we open, we get this from base64, which we uploaded in the front end, over to an image URL, which we can use in API calls and stuff like that. So once we get that, we basically make a request to SORA 2, which is via key AI API endpoint. As you can see here, we make a post request to the key AI API, which creates a task. After that, we provide it with our bearer authentication token, which is our key AI API key, and then we send over a JSON body. And then in the JSON body, you can see we chose the model, which is image to video model, and then we also provided it with the prompt, which you basically, if we click on generate here, you can see this is basically the image to video prompt here. So, and then we provide it with the image URL that got uploaded to IMGBP basically, which IMGBP is hosting. And once we send that over, we get us 200 success code, which means everything is good and the request has been made. And the most important thing we want to look at here is this task ID, because we want to use this task ID to basically check the status of our request. And as I've told you recently, or should I say, yeah, a bit ago, we wait 3 minutes because this video models in general, like VO3, like this new SORA model, takes quite a bit to generate the videos. So we give it 3 minutes waiting time to basically let the backend basically process and make the video. So once we wait 3 minutes, we basically check that status. And as you can remember, we want to keep this task ID handy. So we make a GET request to the Key AI API, which checks the record info. If you can remember, the previous one was we were creating the task. Now all we're doing is that we're checking the record info. And then we still use the same bearer authentication token, but in this case, we are not sending anybody, since it's a GET request, it's not a POST request. So we basically provided with a query parameter of task ID, and task ID is basically this. What we get back in this case is a 200 success code, which means everything is good. And in this case, what we get back is a results JSON. If the generation wasn't done, we will not get this results JSON back. This wouldn't exist, or it would be empty. So we get this results JSON, which is a stringified JSON in this case. And then we basically check, as I've told you, we check if this results JSON exists, because if it exists, which means the video generation is done. However, if it does not exist, it means the video generation is still not done. And then we take it all across the loop and it waits for 3 minutes again. However, in this case, it's done, because if it wasn't done, we would be in this branch. But since we're in this branch, it means we're done and we can see the results JSON. What we do next, since we have a stringified JSON, is that we pass this JSON, which turns it from a stringified JSON over to an object, which gives us the video URL here. If I can copy it, I just paste it right here. Morning Boost, as you can see right here, same video that we viewed from the front end.
Crisp, smooth, 0 calories. Exactly what I needed.
Perfect. So we have that, and once we get that, basically we take the stringified JSON into an object, we send it back to the webhook URL, which then displays it right here for us, and you get an option to view it and download it onto your local computer. So that is basically how the image to video works under the hood. What I'm going to do next is basically show you how the text to video generation basically works. They're very, very similar. The only difference is this part, because since it's a text, we do not need any image basically, so we're not uploading anything to IMGBP. As you can see here, if you click text to video, you don't get an option to upload an image. So we take it to this path, and we basically it's the same format as the other one, but this one does not give us an endpoint to upload. So a key in the JSON body to upload an image URL. I'm going to show you real quick. So it's the same post request. We're creating a task, we're providing it like Key AI API, and we are sending the same JSON body, but in this case we're using the text to video SORA 2 model. And then as you can see, there is no image URL key here in the JSON body. All we have is the prompt, which is basically what you input here. And then we send that over, we get 200 success code, and we wait 3 minutes. After that, we check the status, and if the JSON is included in the status, it basically means that it's done. If it's not, we wait for 3 more minutes. Then after that, we pass the JSON. Then finally we send it over to this front end, which then displays it and gives you an option to play it or download it. So yeah, that's basically what happens under the hood. What I'm gonna do next I'm going to show you how you can get this up and running on your local computer, so that you can run and try out the new SORA 2 model, which is really good without the need to get any access code. So let's get to that. get access to all of this that I just basically showed you, all you have to do is click the first link in the description and join the Builders Lab community. Once you join, all you have to do is make your way to the classroom section, go over to the tools, and you're gonna find the SORA 2 video generator. Now what you're gonna do is all the way come down, download this. This is basically the Anything workflow, and you can get access to the front end by this. Okay, I'm gonna add the link to the front end, yeah, but you're basically gonna find it here. Once you click on that, it's basically gonna take you to this front end where you can get access to the options where you can put in your image, your video, and also your webhook URL too as well. So let's click on this download button. And what this gives us is basically the Anytime code, which you can copy and paste or download it. Then once you download it, you can basically import it. So let me go back here. Basically just import from file, and you're gonna have this too on your local Anytime account basically, or your cloud Anytime account, wherever you're hosting it. So, and then all you have to do after that is basically copy this production here, go back to this and paste it right here. But before you click on the generate button, because if you click on the generate button, it's not gonna work, it's gonna fail. So you want to go over to key AI over here, key.ai, and basically create an account. I believe when you create an account, you get about 80 credits, and per run of the SORA 2, I think it's 20 credits, so you get 4 runs, so you can get a feel of it and try it out before you top up any credits. So yeah, so you want to create an account, get an API key, and basically create and add the credentials right here, basically, because the way you can create the credentials, basically click on generate credential type. Let me go over here. So click on the credential type, click on bearer authentication, then just click on create new, then basically paste your API key right here, and then you can select it from the options, as this is more secure for you. So yeah, that is basically it and how to get this up and running. And also an important thing is make sure this is active and you save it. So yeah, and once you do that, basically paste it here, put in your prompt, upload your image, or just if you want to do text to video, basically paste in your prompt basically. And once you do that, that is, you basically click on the generate button and you get your video done by the OpenAI SORA 2 model. So yeah, that's it from me today. Hope you like this one, and see you in the next one.